But what's the simple layman version of it?
That Einstein was, well, first of all, I mean, it's a very kind introduction. I'm happy to just be myself. Effectively, that you're looking at something that's extraordinarily simple. That Einstein's theory, if you will, began with 4 degrees of freedom, which you can think of as any 4 degrees of freedom, like treble, mid, bass, and reverb on an amp. Then what he did was he took the 4 degrees of freedom and he said, let's put 3 rulers and 1 watch as measuring devices and 6 protractors to measure the angles between all of those 4 objects. And he called that space-time. That space-time object is not where I believe we live. We actually live on top of all of those extra rulers, watches, and protractors, and we are played back in this 4-dimensional space. So imagine that you have a record on a phonograph. Imagine that that record was in some sense 14-dimensional data. The stylus was Einstein's space-time metric, and the gramophone is the 4-dimensional world that you perceive. That is, in essence, where I believe we are. I believe that we are looking at a 14-dimensional world. Effectively, you think you're living in 4 dimensions, but you're playing back a 14-dimensional world via Einstein's metric, and you're getting confused. How is it that you have Schrodinger's cat both dead and alive? Well, how is it that on the Doors' first album you have both Break On Through to the Other Side and Light My Fire, but you don't hear them both at once? You don't think of that as a paradox, and I think that in part we have all of these crazy log jams because we think we're living in a 4-dimensional manifold.